Welcome back. This is I Can Teach You a Haskell, Lesson 3. This is going to be a quick and easy lesson because our goal is to write, compile, and run our first Haskell script, a task which the designers of Haskell made very easy. To get started, let's create a Haskell file from the command line. We'll use the built-in touch program, which will either modify a file updating its last activity time, modification time, or create the file if it doesn't exist. We'll call this file say hello, and we'll end it with .hs, which is the Haskell extension for files. Now, of course, we could use vim to edit this file, but since I'm in Cloud 9, I'm going to use the built-in file editor, which has built-in Haskell formatting. So at the top of this file, we'll write module say hello, where, and this line is a standard line that turns this script into a module that we can export. Now if we have a function, say 2, and that would be an int, 2 equals 2. And if we want to only export this one function, we can include it like this. And 2 would be the only function that gets exported from this module. But we might want to export other functions, so we're going to leave that out for now. The main function that Haskell uses to run a program is the main function. It's called main, and it returns a type IO. Main equals print say hello. And you'll notice that at the top that I have two lines for each of my functions. The first one is the type declaration. It's separated, it begins with the name of the function and has these two colons in the middle, and results in the type of the function. So these functions don't take in any arguments. So they have only one type here. So this type is int, and this type is IO, input-output. So we can take this function, this program, and run it from the command line like this. Run Haskell, say hello. And I use tab to perform autocomplete. I press enter, and it says say hello. Excellent. Now, let's say we want to add a little bit more flexibility to our program. So in the future, we might want it to say something else. So let's create a new function called say hello. And first we'll write the type declaration. We'll say hello, it'll take in a string. And we write this little arrow here, and the function will return an input-output action. So say hello, and it takes in something to say, and it will print something to say. And in main, we can call that function. So we can say hello, and it can do hello world. And now on line 8, we're calling say hello, and something to say is hello world. And now you'll notice that main doesn't take in any arguments, but say hello does. So hello world is the string, and it returns as input-output, which is what main is returning. So you'll notice that this input-output has to be what main is. That has to be the last, that has to be the output of line 8. So now if we go back to the command line, we can run Haskell again. We can run the program, and now it says hello world, and we just ran our first program. Congratulations.